What's up? I'm working on God's couch, or the Creator's couch. It's going to be a big room full of plants and glass and a couch. Right now I'm just throwing parts at it to see what looks good and what doesn't. I just spent a couple of days building these last couple rings over and over and over and over and over again, because every time I'd reload it, manual save, I would come back in and start throwing pieces on the wrong base. So I've got a base computer down here for the Creator's couch, and it's connected to that big mess that everybody's tired of seeing, Mount Olympus. And every time I'd load back in, I'd end up throwing like 20 to 120 parts around on the Mount Olympus base. Then I'd have to tear it all back down. Oh, you got a new bit you're working on? I'd love to see it. I got a new base. It's a nice, cool little like cove with an island in the middle of it. I was thinking about doing something on, but still too obsessed with this kaleidoscope that I got going on. Something happened with the bioluminescent grass? I haven't heard anything about the grass messing up. Yeah, I thought I'd walk down the end of it here for you a little bit, because this whole end from the grinder on got redesigned and torn apart. This is where all that light bridge of trees and flowers and stuff was. Somebody went and put a silver mine right at the end of my build. Now it's hard not to stare at it when I'm walking back down this thing. The update made it a little bit smaller, at least. But yeah, it's hard not to look at a base computer or a starship or something while you're walking down this thing. It messes up the view. Well, the ones behind it are gonna load in first. That's weird. But yeah, this was the thing that I kept trying to get you to come visit in person. Are you guys gonna light up anytime soon? Oh, that's right, they're facing the other way. Yeah, I had this space up to 1,700 parts and stripped 1,700 parts out of it to get it back to 3,000. The very beginning rings were super heavy. I stripped a bunch of parts out of them. so I didn't have to get rid of a lot of the fancier stuff. I stripped so many parts that I was able to do some bite beats and some spinning light floors. Like these light floors and the next 4 rings right here. You can't tell, you can only see the ones in the satellite barely, and then the one light floor that's kind of exposed right there going on. But these other 2 rings in between them also have a wiring nightmare going on down here. So these 2 rings right here, you don't even really see alternating when you're walking through it. I definitely didn't get that spiraling effect that I wanted. Yeah, then I tried it again down at the end. So you gotta work till 11 tonight? Which is only like a zone into mountains. Not really, I live on a fucking desert floor. Close to mountains. I can see them from here. These next 3 rings got overhauled greatly. Like this ring right here that's just a light and a bush now had like 200 parts on it for no real good reason. And then these next couple rings had a ton of wires and pill lights in them. Got 2.5 hours left. My stream keeps cutting out. Yeah, I got crappy internet. Shouldn't even be trying to stream on a Saturday. I checked my connection speed and it said it was decent, so I thought I'd give it a shot, but definitely need to get better internet. I could be streaming this on my daughter's computer and it just sits in there and grows dust and doesn't get used for anything really. But I appreciate you stopping by, checking it out, do a little worky lurky. Clearer than normal. Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of laggy on a Saturday, but it's a nice day here, so everybody should be out doing stuff and not throttling my internet. These first 5 rings light up in sequence too. Goes that one, and then there's a little row of pill lights behind the bulbs there, and then lights up the one in between, and then the really bright one at the end. Just don't really get the whole effect unless you're standing there looking at it. I wanted these lights to alternate and rotate too, but if I delete one wire off of this ring right here, the whole ring disappears. And I really didn't feel like building it back in, just to get some spinning lights. Yeah, you can see it goes that one, that one, that one, and that one. bite beats and everything are clustered down here. I can't believe the bioluminescent grass is messing up though, because this is usually glowing at night. What happened to my music? It's still playing and my speaker turned off? Yep. Plug in my speaker. I had to turn that bite beat completely off. Can't believe the update was so much of a letdown. Everything for newcomers to make it easier and nothing for us end gamers that want to create new stuff. Still didn't even give us the fireplace. I'm sorry for butting in on your streams and be like, come visit. But you know how it is when you build something cool and you just want to show it off. Kind of a tribute to all you builders that came before me anyways. After seeing previous builds, it'd suck ass if you didn't show off the new builds. Thank you, James Freeman. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the comments. Yeah, I'm digging it. I just keep walking through it, checking it out. Changing little things here and there. I don't know how many times these 2 rows of light figures have changed colors. Still not sure if I'm happy with it. I'm pretty sure I've colored the inside of those satellites light floors a million times and they still look white. I think they're colored purple right now, but wish the light floors actually reflected a color. They just barely do. Still white in my book. They look the right color when they turned off. You can tell that that one's blue and that one's purple when they're turned off. Kind of. Barely. I wish I would have brought this row in or pushed it back some too, because you don't even see the living plants with the red in them, which is a pretty cool, trippy effect. that tree for a second. When you're walking through it, you don't even see that part unless you look up. Oh. I don't know, there's a lot of things on this build I'm not happy with, but this game has made it very difficult to keep trying to play it. Hindsight's never good on a large build. Yeah. It was all about hindsight on this build. I just, from the very get-go, none of my plans turned out, and I should have just gone a different route. I wanted it to be a fly-through kaleidoscope in your spaceship and have automatic doors open at both ends, like an airlock kind of thing. But your ship doesn't set off a proximity sensor, and nothing loads in when you're flying through it. I had to make it a walkthrough, and then the walkway changed a bunch. A couple times it was glass floors and rocks, and I took all that out, and I was like, fuck it, make them fly through it with a jetpack. And I was like, well, that kind of sucks. So I wanted to find something that was invisible to walk on, and this is the closest thing I could come up with. The game being hard to put up with because of the update issues. If that's your question, then no, this game's just always, for the last year that I've been playing it, been hard to deal with. Like I was telling APG a minute ago, I'm working with 2 base computers right now, and every time I load back in or do a manual save and a reload, because of phase deletion, which is another headache in this game, it would put me on the wrong base, and then I'd slap another 60 pieces on a base that I'm done with, that I don't want to build on anymore, and it would be over the upload limit because it's right at it, because I had to trim 1,700 pieces off of it. And then I'd have to tear down the last hour and a half, 2 hours worth of work and build it all back again. So instead of being 3 more days in on this build and having this end room pretty much done, I'm still working on the first 3 rings. These glass floors and stuff that aren't loading in right now, because I walked down to the end and back, which, okay, but once I'm back over here, you should load back in. And just like this, you know, having to come down to the end of your build and save it and reload your manual save just so you can get things to load back in that should be loading back in when I'm here. They should load back in before I'm 100 U away, in my opinion. Or more. I mean, 1,000 U away and everything should be loaded before you even fly in with your ship. Ended up with one in the middle and expand the limit in each direction, but it never all loads in right. Yeah. That's why you gotta put saves all over the place and save in that location where you want to build or keep going and reload it like I'm doing now, so you can see what's going on. Oh. Had that with the ground base, an orbitable base. Nothing as complex as yours, though. Yeah. I think I'm just trying to blow up my little PS4, see how much it can handle. But I really think base limits are stupid. It should only be limited by the amount of space on your hard drive. Alright, Kev, have a good one. See you in a couple hours. That wall you were doing the other night was pretty cool. Do a lot with it. Right? Why aren't they giving us like big cooling fans and stuff for our PS4s? Little mini fridge you can throw them in or something. Actually, I have one around here somewhere. Just throw my PlayStation in a mini fridge. Then it won't catch fire. Right? Probably just explode. Why does that say Mount Olympus down there? Oh, I got turned around somewhere. It's like I'm tripping if that Mount Olympus base is out here where the creator's couch is. So yeah, this is just an end-game room that I'm working on to this build. It's its own base computer called the creator's couch. And I was going to spiral it down to the top of this little mountaintop. I'm still thinking about how I would get this whole room, which is going to be a pretty massive room, to spiral down to that. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just do a tower or something next to it. So those two ideas are still kind of rolling around in my head. So I've got a little bit of setup done down here, but it doesn't even look like that is level with the ground. Looks like it's tilted a little bit. Don't it? Either that or the mountaintop's tilted a little bit. It's definitely sideways a little bit. And that matches what's above it. So yeah, this slants a little bit. No, because it's slanting to the right. And the green down here looks like it's slanting to the left. Maybe it's slanting to the right. I don't know, it's been too long since I've been golfing and looked at the greens, I guess. I don't know. It looks level, but the ground's crooked. I don't know, to my eye it looks like they're both crooked. And I did come off the ground right here to build this up. I probably should have came down off of this center. But to me it looks like that's slanted to the right a little bit. And the ground definitely has like a little dish shape in the middle right here. And the edges are a little bit taller. But as a whole, I thought the top of that was kind of slanting to the left. But, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing down there yet. Get back up to doing something up here. What was I doing up here? Another row of trees or something? Maybe. Just got a weird ringing in my ears. Like I got pinged. Yeah, I hear you there. That's why I hate building on my freighters, because none of the parts sit flat to begin with and straight. Like that little light floor riser thing. You have to molest the shit out of that thing just to get it where you want it. Most of the time. Green light on top of yourself. Well, give me the green light then. I will take it. I can't believe they didn't give Endgame or Builders anything in the update. Not even the fireplace that we're all waiting for. Just made it more random and easier for noobs to start a save, I guess. I don't know. Glutton for punishment. Yeah, I spent a good, I don't know, probably week on my freighter, on my first freighter, and then I upgraded to an S-Class, and now I don't want to build on my freighter anymore. I got a sweet video on my channel of a quick freighter build that I didn't think was all that interesting, but some people are like, I could never do that. So, whatever. Yeah. I made a streamer butthurt the other day because the only reason I watch him is because he gets the new parts before they're released to us. And he plays with mods. And he was sizing up some light fissures and throwing them down. I was like, oh, I'm so jealous. Can't do that without cheating. He was all butthurt because I called him a cheater. And I was like, well, you are cheating. That's why people watch you, is because you're doing shit we can't. And now he just ignores me. Do I really want more purple? Hey boss, what's up? How's Black Flag treating you? I watched a couple of your little short expedition vids too, but not the one on the multi-tool that you were trying to tell me about. Spaceships and multi-tools in this game don't impress me at all. Don't go looking for them. Your very first multi-tool and your very first spaceship is more than enough to handle anything this game has to throw at you. So why go looking for new ones? I mean, I still did. You know, I get some cool ones, but I don't really feel a need to go do the expeditions for a gold ship that's been out since day one with the pre-order. Garbage nobody wanted in the first place. And a gold Gek helmet. Yay. Didn't want the Gek helmet in the first place. Why would I want a gold rendition of it? Mia got all butthurt at me for being a Debbie Downer on the update. I was just like, well, simple things for impress simple minds. Sorry, I'm not simple-minded. I want to go play the whole game again for shit I've already done, for stuff I don't want. Throw me a new build part out in the universe and I'll go fucking suck a dick to get it. Just joking. But you know what I mean? Like, give us builders something. God damn. Bigger base limits? Anything. Give us something. Been teasing us with 3 new parts for way too long. Expeditions just feels like an April Fool's joke. Here, go grind with a character and ships and friends you don't know or didn't ask for, and we'll give you the same shit that's been in the game since day one. We'll just call it new. Yeah, I told Mia it's like they're just polishing a turd at this point. Not actually gonna give us any new content. They're just gonna keep rinsing and repeating. Same crap. Okay. Got some more trees thrown in there. Where's my save at here? Yeah, I got all the ships and stuff I want to grind for the sake of grinding. No. I play on normal, you know? So I gotta grind for every piece that I place. Done plenty of grinding. Wanted to do some more moon pools the other night. Didn't have any pearls or sulfides, so I had to go down there in the ocean and get me some. And then I decided not to put them in here. I still kind of want to put them in here though. Somewhere. So I still gotta go grind. I still gotta go duplicate some glitches in the anomaly when I need more. But that's really the only thing I duplicate. It's because I don't want to go do that grind of finding glitch planets that I've been to. I wasn't smart enough to put a base computer down on them. Anybody need any modules? Got a couple of Exocraft boosts. Controller. That was weird, my controller shut off for no reason. What was I doing? So I have other modules. Pulse engine module and a Humboldt drive module. Oh, something over here. Info knife module. Anybody need any modules? Alright, give me just a second here. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My mom's was calling to wish me a happy Easter. Happy Easter weekend to all you guys out there in the universe. I thought it was next weekend. Shows you how much I'm paying attention to things. Okay. Maybe I should go get my kids some Easter shit. Happy Egg Day! Yay! Let's go throw some eggs. I'm down. I got a couple of people I could throw some eggs at. Some. Should I just stick with the good old curved ones? I said go. The wire says no. I says go right there. The wire says no. Come on, glitch finger. Okay. Just stay with that, or should I go with the new? Or should I fill in a triple line like I did right here? And go with a triple line right there. And then stretch this one out to do another triple line. Or should I just keep building off of this row so that I can close the egg in and just end it instead of trying to stretch this thing even further. Let's see what that's going to look like if I do it that way. Instead of building off of this framework or that framework, try building off of what's already here. I'll close the circle in faster. I'm already trying to close the circle in a little, but see what that looks like with those cuboid flat floors on it. Oh. Definitely gonna bow in a bunch. That doesn't line up clean at all. Yeah, screw that. I want it all to be one floor. Is there really a wire hooked up to that somehow? Oh, where does that wire go? I connected to something down here I wasn't supposed to connect to. Oh, wow. Clear to the other end of the build. Yeah, that's That's going to cause a lot of things to disappear. So I'm going to have to reload that. I was just testing out what was going to look good in the first place. But I think I'm just going to keep going with the regular glass curved wall thingy. I'm going to step outside for a second. My controller keep disconnecting. Stick the landing. Nope. Like a trapeze artist. Come on. There we go. Don't freeze. I know you're like, don't build any more on me. But I want to. Do I keep those parallel? Bring them down one. Yeah, well, that floor's in the way to bring them down, isn't it? Yes, indeedy. Let's make sure we're still... we're not editing the right base. We're on Mount Olympus. Why are we on Mount Olympus? 15 pieces over. See, this is what I'm talking about. I was building on the creator's couch this whole time, which is that base computer down there. For some reason, when I load back in, it tells me I've been building on Mount Olympus. So what were the last 15 parts that I threw in here? These trees? No. Still at 3015. That tree was. Looks like I gotta erase all these trees. 13, 12, yep. I don't know how it does that stuff either. How it just switches base computers without me actually switching over to it. It needs to be a solid state switch. Make it more of a hassle to switch between your two base computers so that you don't end up wasting a whole buttload of time. Okay, Mount Olympus back to uploadable. Switch to the other one just by hitting your triangle button. That's just a little too easy. I think. And this whole secondary base computer thing has been like that the whole time. Like the last week on this build has just been a nightmare. Trying to get something done. I streamed for a few hours yesterday just doing the same thing, rebuilding all these glass walls over and over and over again on the wrong base computer. At least it was only 15 parts in this time instead of 120. First time I did it, it was like 20 pieces. Second time I did it, it was like 120 pieces. I think the third time I did it, it was only 60 pieces. And this is like the fourth or fifth time that it's happened in the last couple days. Last night I was just watching the base computer thing like a hawk, making sure every damn piece was in the right base computer. Then I ended up making a stupid mistake of wiring things up that were gonna disappear anyways. And that was these two glass floors. Had them wired up and then had to delete the wires, which made those floors disappear, which made the whole row disappear because everything's connected. That's why I ended up disconnecting them right here. And that's why I'm thinking about dropping this next floor down a little bit too, and not connecting them. But yeah, still one more tree to go. Stick with that tree. I don't know how many times I've changed from this recticle to the mining beam. So what's before the mining beam? Scatter blaster. Yeah, I don't know why every time I load back in, it puts me back on the scatter blaster. Even though I saved it on the mining beam. Load back in on the scatter blaster. We twatted! Can't change it. Just deal with that stupid scatter blaster recticle when you're trying to build. Almost every single one of my videos has me changing from scatter blaster to mining beam on it. You're always on terrain manipulator for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the way things are, the upgrades are prioritized in your inventory slots or something. I don't know. Let me see what's my multi-tool look like. Oh, Scatter blasters way over here on the end. I've got scanner and scopes and mining and blaze javelin prioritized, which would be, you know, like first come first served slots here. Scatter blasters at the end. Artemis beams at the end. So you'd think that it would go to maybe blaze javelin or train manipulator first, or even bolt caster. Oh, that's not a bolt caster. That's mining. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I've even tried different multi-tools, and it still does that. Let me test that theory real quick. Change multi-tools. Take a look at this multi-tool. Okay, yeah, it's got scatter blaster up front. And then some mining on top, some bolt caster, some blaze javelin, the Artemis beam. I can't believe they nerfed the Artemis beam. That thing was so nice to a good reason to go do the living ship quest was to get that. And now it doesn't do as well as it used to. I used to use it for everything now. Killing sentinels, killing animals, digging things up, shooting rocks, you name it. Actually felt like you got a reward for doing some end game stuff. I had to go and nerf it. It's too OP and noobs can't go get it immediately, so we're just gonna nerf that. Bunch of new space games coming out this year though, that I think are gonna blow No Man's Sky out of the water. I only saw one that had a lot of building in it though, and that's called Dual Universe. I can't remember when it's coming out, but it's gonna give you the ability to build cities with the community on different planets. And it just doesn't look like it has any build limits as big as some of the cities and stuff are. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, like it didn't even save what I did last night, because I already dropped all these arches down a click and moved these floors back. That must have been on the wrong base computer or something. Am I still on the right base computer? Yes. I guess I gotta drop them all back down again. Wrong way. No. Just go in the right place, god damn it. Need an undo button and a repeat all, and a default level of some kind. Instead of this twist the XY axis. Like, why can't we have a piece snap in place and then be able to rotate it? And what good of a rotation does this do? It's fucking the same on all sides. This does absolutely dick. Should be a flip over or a different type of rotate. Like, this rotate only has a y-axis. Doesn't have an x. Oh, there's the x. When you rotate it 25%. I want it like this, and then I want it to snap. How fucking hard is that? Obviously, just impossible to do. And how long are they going to keep glitch building a thing? Why don't they just give building an update that gives you all the glitches? The ability to do adjacency with no problems. The ability to wire glitch, banjo glitch, whatever. Just take away the red state of everything. How about that? No more red stated parts. If you got the materials, build it. Wherever the hell you want. Pretty sure building's the only thing keeping this game alive for 90% of the community. The other 10% are just catering to new players that just want free stuff. Why is that one still dropped more than the ones I just dropped? Oh, because I dropped it too. You got overdropped. Time for you to rise up with your friends. Okay. Don't need this row. I wish this had more maneuverability to the build camera. I don't know if you guys ever played a game called Descent, but you were like a little spaceship going through mazes, and man, I think it was first person, and yeah, that camera in that game allowed you to go every which way possible. Invert on the ceilings, crawl down walls, flip over, whatever you wanted to do. Hella old game. I think they'd learned something from the older games. You'd think Budessa Studios would have learned that you don't take the ability to run and jump through a game since Pitfall. And yet they took the ability to run and jump at the same time out of Skyrim. When Oblivion had acrobatics and speed. I don't need this ring. Why couldn't this game learn a thing or two from Minecraft? Loved which game? Skyrim or Oblivion? I'm a huge Oblivion fan, but Skyrim could fuck off. Oblivion won Game of the Year, and they redesigned the whole engine that won them Game of the Year. That just sounds stupid to me. And yeah, replaced speed and agility trees with a whirlwind sprint. No thank you. Oblivion actually had alcoves and achievement locations that you had to get your jump and your agility and your acrobatics up to be able to reach them, so it made it more of a platformer. I think I used that whirlwind sprint on Skyrim like one time when it was necessary, when they were training you how to use it. All the other times I just wanted to haul ass and run and jump through the damn game, which was half of the fun of the previous game. Oblivion was just being able to increase your run speed and your jump speed to where you were tra-la-laing through the countryside, actually having fun. Okay, got those dropped, got them moved back. Now it's time for pill light fun. I already had some pill light fun up here, didn't I? No, I had to delete those. Okay. Seems like they brought back the glare of the pill lights and stuff too. It used to be hella bad, but it's still kind of bad. Like, I don't even know why this thing is lit up when it's not powered. I think it'd be easier to build without it being bright as hell. I mean, it doesn't matter what part you're building with, it lights the area up a little bit anyways. So maybe they just need to turn that off for pill lights and light floors. It's just doubling up the glow of the part. I don't know. That's the wrong side of the line. So if you couldn't tell by now, I'm using this little gold etched line right there to try to place and locate this center line on top, which that's not a very good representation of it. That one's more lined up. Trying to get them faced the right way and centered. Make sure I'm editing the right base every 2 seconds. I'm looking over there to make sure I'm not sticking things on Mount Olympus again. Where is that thing? Seems like it's dark on this planet more than it is light, too. Which makes all these pill lights a real pain in the butt to place when the light's brighter than the piece you're trying to place it on. The sun comes up. Still not going to make that any brighter. Welder's goggles, there you go. I might have a pair of those actually somewhere. But he can't see shit with welder's goggles on. They're bright, but they're not that bright. Yeah, I guess having the sun up isn't that great either. So everything down here on the bottom still in the shadows. Am I on the right side of that line? Why does this line keep changing on me? Okay. Tired of doing pill lights. Let's see if we can do a little bit of fill here. Okay, I'm okay with one wire. Not okay with two wires. Okay, I should probably save it before I start messing with these walls. You ugly looking. See? It's already... I was gonna say, it's already getting dark. The sun's still up. That's weird. Okay, one wire I can tolerate. So I'm probably gonna wire them up and light them up anyways. Still two up here. Don't make me go back to pill lights. Okay. Well, all that was some short-lived fun. Wire these up real quick. Guess I could hook them up too. don't see a wire between those, but it's working, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Okay. That's almost half. Yeah, that's right at half. Down that ring. Back to more pillets. So I'll start down here where it's going to be darkest. Need more of a fine tune on the adjustments too. I don't know how many times I've sat here and fought between level, just one way or another to hit a happy medium. Like there should be one more adjustment in there somewhere. Same on the freighter builds too, and trying to get something straight. It's just like goes from crooked one way to crooked the other. There is no straight. Where is that line even at? Okay, it's right there. No, that's the wrong side of the line. Yep, that's the wrong side. Yeah. Damn freighters. They would be cool if they were done right. Right now you gotta have a PC player come help you if you want a window or a deck. Should just be something that you can do on your own already. I don't know why they only gave you a certain amount of build parts on the freighter. They shouldn't have muted any of the building, I don't think. Give you full control over all that stuff. Instead, they're just like, well, we'll give you some interior parts and we'll call it good, and none of those really work anyways, so you won't want to build there. 2 more. I think. And yeah, I mean, the game's been out 5 years. Why is there still face deletion going on? Why haven't they fixed wires taking everything with them when you delete a wire? Yeah, the falling through the freighter thing blows too. I don't know how many countless hours I've wasted. Well, I probably do. It's probably like at least 24 hours that I've wasted just falling through my freighter and dying and reloading. And my freighter base was only like 3 rooms. Like I had 1 floor with, you know, storage and freight or freighter frigate rooms. And then I had a main room for plants and a main room that was kind of acting like a reactor room or an engine room. And that was it. And my freighter still couldn't handle it. I mean, yeah, there were some glitched parts in there and stuff, but still didn't seem like that big of a build at all to me to have any issues with it. But even like visiting other people's freighters and stuff, I've fallen through their freighters multiple times too. Yeah, I don't see why they don't expect us to deck things out, you know? Everybody's decking things out these days. Nice. Well, at least you got video footage of it. And you can send it to Hello Games and be like, what the hell? Fix this shit. Been playing for a year now and you haven't fixed this shit. Just even when I reload into this base, I waste like 60 seconds just trying to get up on the platform that I saved on. It doesn't even load in when I load in. Like, why is the floor of my base not there when I load in? Why are you loading me in prior to the base? Like, fix that shit. Give us new pointless updates for noobs that don't want to grind anything and just want to get instantly thrown halfway through the game with a character and ships they didn't even create. Fix the problems of the frickin' game. Okay, I better save that real quick. I don't know. Just a Debbie Downer. I'm just old and bitter and think people can do better. Just think life in general should be way better than it is. And it just seems like society's getting dumber and dumber and dumber, and being okay, being simple-minded frustrates the shit out of me. I don't think that was a wire. I'm gonna say it was only one wire. I didn't hear the little click of the second wire. Although I do have my sound effects almost turned completely off. Try not to pull a wire from across the build again. It's actually the first time that I've pulled a wire clear across from the other side of the build, though. It's just a minute ago. I had to reload that shit. The scariest thing about this game is deleting a wire. That's not right. I think they'd be able to put something scarier in the game than face deletion. Ooh, am I finally out of glass? Finally out of glass, wow. I had a lot of glass on me though. Alright, I'll save that too. Okay, where was I? Am I all done already? I think so. Oh, there's some down here that I missed. I used to think builders were just being cruel to their controllers, like watching Buller. And now that I've actually watched my own streams back a couple times, I'm like, that sounds like I'm beating the shit out of my controller too. I'm really not. I'm trying to be gentle. And it doesn't come off that way. You're streaming it. Okay, let's wire this up. That might help if I actually have a wire across it, huh? don't see any lights going off. Was all that fanciness just wasted? Maybe. Did I not drop that one down? I don't think so. Does that O-ring line up now? Yes. That looks tripled up. Well, this green light's really bright, but the blue one's not so much. Shed some light on the subject here, see what the hell's going on. Looks like it's the wrong color. Go for a little walk through the trippiness. got too far already. Hey, just John. Thanks for joining me. How'd your Destiny 2 stream go? Why are those not colored anymore? Well, if I color you, I'll have to get involved with all that other stuff. Oh, you haven't streamed yet? Just about ready to get started? Yeah, I've already been on almost 2 hours, so I'm about ready to give up for the night on this build. Come watch your Destiny 2 stream for a minute. Is that gonna be too light? Ah, looks better. Not perfect, but better. Hope these other ones colored too, though. Yeah. One row just changed colors for no reason. Let's see if all this is still loaded in. Alright, James, have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out, chatting with me. Happy Easter to you and yours. Happy Easter, John Boy. Shouldn't call you John Boy. I hate for people that call me John Boy. Doesn't stop me from calling people John Boy, though. But yeah, this end's not loaded in properly because I walked too far away. I just got all the way up to this point right here. These green lights. There's actually glass floors and everything that are supposed to be loading back in, and they're not. This is where we're ending off. least we're editing the right base, and Mount Olympus is still uploadable. So feel free to stop by and... Where's my glyphs at? No glyphs on the camera mode anymore? That's weird. When did they take the glyphs off of the camera mode? Just effects. Restore defaults. Whoa. I really have a different filter on? It said default filter down here anyways. But no glyphs. How are we supposed to show people our address if there's no glyphs on the screenshot screen anymore? Well, blue screen will decide it for me, I guess. Happy Easter, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.